ahora mismo de regalo me río, ¿eh? Pero me río con unas ganas. Mira, qué guay, chatarra. Wow. Lo mejor que me ha podido regalar Papá Noel. Papá Noel pues se le fue ya un poquito el sueldo, como se puede decir, ¿no? Nuevo juego, obviamente.
Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear Virtual Experience. Fazbear Entertainment is excited to join the digital age, and what better way to do that than with an edge-of-your-seat virtual reality experience. We know that Fazbear Entertainment has developed something of a bad reputation over the last few decades, and while it's true that some stories associated with our name were loosely based on actual events, the majority of them were total fabrications from the mind of a complete lunatic. Lawsuits pending. But we aren't above laughing at ourselves. Ha ha ha. That's why we have recreated many of these completely fictitious scenarios, lies, that you've been fed over the last several years into a hilarious VR game, in the hopes that we can finally move past these childish ghost stories and develop a new relationship with you as well as your kids. Don't forget the merch, perfect for birthdays. So sit back and enjoy a few scares. We do, however, ask that you agree to a simple waiver before you play. It's mostly just legal mumbo-jumbo and isn't at all based on user experiences thus far or injuries. You acknowledge that Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for accidental digital consciousness transference, real-world manifestations of digital characters, nightmares, night terrors, night sweats. Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear Virtual Experience. Use the console in front of you to navigate the menu and pick one of the frightening experiences available. By completing these scenarios, more will become available. You'll see plenty of familiar faces and some new ones as well. So stay a while.
No, no, no.
Welcome to the Freddy Fazbear Virtual Experience. Fazbear Entertainment is excited to join the digital age, and what better way to do that than with an edge-of-your-seat virtual reality experience. We know that Fazbear Entertainment has developed something of a bad reputation over the last few decades, and while it's true that some stories associated with our name were loosely based on actual events, the majority of them were total fabrications from the mind of a complete lunatic. Lawsuits pending. But we aren't above laughing at ourselves. Ha ha ha. That's why we have recreated many of these completely fictitious scenarios, lies, that you've been fed over the last several years into a hilarious VR game, in the hopes that we can finally move past these childish ghost stories and develop a new relationship with you as well as your kids. Don't forget the merch, perfect for birthdays. So sit back and enjoy a few scares.
Que me puedo ir. Bueno, pues ahora vamos a hacer lo que toda persona normal haría. Chale. Hace un día que terminé mi primer libro de papel y ya te do. No, no hace falta. Sí, ¡No! ¿Qué me pasa? No lo sé. A ver si llegamos a los 10 minutos.
I wanted to record a message for you to help you get settled in on your first night.
Pues
I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last...
A ver si se calla el tío este. A ver si a los 10 minutos tenemos 3 espectadores.
Week now, as a matter of fact.
Bueno,
so,
con este tío aquí hablando de pesa. Un café. Voy a cogerlo y lo voy a tirar ahí.
So let's just focus on getting you through your first week, okay? Let's see. First, there's an introductory greeting from the company that I'm supposed to read. It's kind of a legal thing, you know. Welcome to Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, a magical place for kids and grown-ups alike, where fantasy and fun come to life. Fazbear Entertainment is not responsible for damage to property or person. Upon discovering that damage or death has occurred, a missing person report will be filed within 90 days.
No, ese es el hombre del teléfono.
Thoroughly cleaned and bleached, and the carpets have been replaced. Blah blah blah. Now that might sound bad, I know.
Es el tío del teléfono. Que no se calla.
The animatronic characters here do get a bit clunky at night, but do I blame them? No. If I were forced to sing those same stupid songs for 20 years and I never got a bath, I'd probably be a bit irritable at night too. So remember, these characters hold a special place in the hearts of children, and you need to show them a little respect, right? Okay. So just be aware, the characters do tend to wander a bit. They're left in some kind of free roaming mode.
77 de batería y estamos en esta hora. Bueno. Hola Kiara, ¿qué tal estás? Aunque ya te lo he repetido 3 veces o más hoy. O baja el volumen. Ok. Para bajar. Bueno, creo que es porque estoy hablando. Bueno, que no veo nada,
Now, since that's against the rules here at Freddy Fazbear's Pizza, they'll probably try to forcefully stuff you inside a Freddy Fazbear suit.
A ver, Kiara, ¿qué hacemos
now,
con los niños de quinto?
If the suits themselves filled with cross-beams, wires, and animatronic devices, especially around the facial area. So you can imagine how having your head forcefully pressed inside one of those could cause a bit of discomfort and death. The only parts of you that would like to see the light of day again would be your eyeballs and teeth when they pop out the front of the mask. Yeah, they don't tell you these things when you sign up. But hey, first station of the breeze. I'll chat with you tomorrow. Check those cameras and remember to close the doors only if absolutely necessary.
Bueno, has escrito un poquito tarde,
good
por
night.
lo que se puede decir, ¿no? ¿Y esto? Hombre, Kiara, estamos en un juego de terror, pero aquí este no da tanto miedo como el resto, ¿eh? No, no da tanto miedo. A ver, estamos... Ok. A ver... Las 4 me hace... Canal. Bueno, pero di canal normal al menos. Ya pues supongo que no tendré más moderadores porque tendría que quitar a otros. A ver, que no me acostumbro, a esta jugabilidad. A ver, ¡vamos! I'm a bitch, I'm a bar. Oh, un regalo. Oh, un peluche. No, sí, sí, es que con esto duerme quien sea, o sea. A ver. No fastidies. ¿Quién no querría dormir con eso? A ver, Sara, ¿tú crees que llegamos a tres espectadores ahora o a 5? ¿Quién sabe? A ver qué tal. Segunda noche, pues lo siento. Ostras. Pero si solo le daba a otro sitio. Compañero. ¿Pero por qué, señor? No lo creo. Hombre, pues mucho apoyo, pues no estás dando, a ver. Perro, bueno. A ver. Yo le he dado aquí. Yo dejé mi los... Ay, Dios, pero, que yo quiero... No. Dios. Pues... Hombre, que... compañero. No. Dale, capo, tú podés. Hola, arbolito, ¿qué tal estás? Los deberes son una pérdida de tiempo. Normalmente suele serlo. ¿Qué tal, arbolito? Por si no te lo he dicho. Esta no se va a encontrar las profesoras. Hombre, es que, mira, antes de continuar, pues depende. Hola, bro, ¿qué tal estás, arbolito? La cosa es que, mira, mira, si hay una clase de 16 niños y todos esos sacan 10, le pagan más a la profe porque han aprendido, porque han hecho bien aquello. ¿Os conocéis, no? Arbolito y tú, Zara. ¿Os conocéis, de verdad? XD. No. Entonces, soy millonario por Fnaf. Oh, una máscara.
Hello? Hello? Hello, and welcome to your new summer job at the new and improved Freddy Fazbear's Pizza. I'm here to talk you through some of the things what you can expect to see during your first week here and to help you get started down this new and exciting career path. Now, I want you to forget anything you may have heard about the old location, you know. Some people still have a somewhat negative impression of the company. That old restaurant was kind of left to rot for quite a while, but I want to reassure you, Fazbear Entertainment is committed to family fun and above all, safety. They've spent a small fortune on these new animatronics. Facial recognition, advanced mobility, they even let them walk around during the day. Isn't that neat? But most importantly, they're all tied into some kind of criminal database so they can detect a predator a mile away. Heck, we should be paying them to guard you. Now that being said, no new system is without its kinks. You're only the second guard to work at that location. The first guy finished his week but complained about conditions. We switched him over to the day shift. So, hey, lucky you, right? Mainly he expressed concern that certain characters seemed to move around at night and even attempted to get into his office. Now, from what we know, that should be impossible. That restaurant should be the safest place on Earth. So while our engineers don't really have an explanation for this, the working theory is that the robots were never given a proper night mode. So when it gets quiet, they think they're in the wrong room. So then they go try to find where the people are, and in this case, that's your office. So our temporary solution is this. There's a music box over by the prize counter, and it's rigged to be wound up remotely. So just every once in a while, switch over to the prize counter video feed and wind it up for a few seconds. It doesn't seem to affect all of the animatronics, but it does affect one of them. And as for the rest of them, we have an even easier solution. You see, there may be a minor glitch in the system, something about the robot thinking he was an endoskeleton without his costume on, and wanting to suit. So hey, he's given you an empty Freddy Fazbear head. Problem solved. You can put it on any time and leave it on for as long as you want. Eventually anything that wandered in will wander back out. Something else worth mentioning is kind of the quirky modern design of the building. You may have noticed there are no doors for you to close. But hey, you have lights, and even though your flashlight can run out of power, the building cannot. So don't worry about the place going dark. Well, I think that's it. You should be golden. Check the lights, throw on the Freddy head if you need to. Keep the music box wound up. Piece of cake. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
No, es que estoy todo el rato en esa cámara. ¿Qué quieres que oiga? ¿Haces caso? Bueno, yo esa palabra pues no la he visto en el diccionario y eso. Hame caso. ¿Que te vas a callar o...? No entiendo. ¿Qué significa eso? Son las 5 AM. Que le hagas caso a huevo. Hombre, pues yo, pues... lo que tengo que vencer. mira, lo de que no me grites es literalmente como que yo te digo, ¿por qué no te baneo? ¿Por qué no te baneo? ¿Por qué no debería banearte? Es exactamente lo mismo. Aplicamos tu lógica con la mía. Yo tengo que buscarle sentido a las cosas con la lógica. ¡Guau! Bueno, voy a comerme una barrita de chocolate. Oh, premios. Oh, for the O's. Pues mira, pues yo voy a querer este osito tan pequeño. Buena gente y tú, Guille Máquina. Hola, Juan Cardoso, ¿qué tal estás? Aquí pues que me están gritando un poco. Tú pregunta a ver quién me está gritando y ya se picaron los mosquitos ayer en el codo y hoy en el tobillo. Pues yo estoy bien. ¿Y usted, señor caballero Juan? En plan, es que yo quiero... Mira, vamos a pedir un premio, ¿vale? A ver, tenemos que compartirlo entre todos, entre mí, entre todos los que estamos en el directo y entre mí. Así que tenemos que coger algo pequeño que nos sirva para todos. Y vamos a coger esto. Esto es lo que tenemos que escoger porque lo vamos a poder compartir genial. No esas cosas tan traumantes que estamos viendo. Mira, por ejemplo, tú puedes comprarte este. El otro ese. El otro se conforme con una barrita. Y yo me conformo con el Freddy este. Sí, son bastante molestos los mosquitos. Ya deja mi like, bro. Pues muchas gracias, compañero. ¿Y si lleno toda la pizzería? No nos ven. ¿Y si lleno la...? Bueno, que no se escucha el ruido a huevo. ¡Santos! ¿Cómo que santos? Oh, es cierto. Mirad, chicos, ¿quién no quiere tener uno de estos en su casa? Por favor, si es buenísimo. Esto es algo muy hermoso. Es muy agradable para la vista y poco agradable para la vida. ¡Oh, lo he dejado ahí! ¿Lo he dejado ahí? Bueno, que mi brazo aquí, ¿qué es, tío? ¿Mi brazo qué es? Acabas de ver lo que ha hecho ahí, ¿no? Mira, y lo dejo ahí. Toma. Ahora, ¿cómo vuelvo? Activo como siempre, podemos llegar lejos, matar al virus de la corona. Un puppet chiquito, pues venga. A ver, chicos, díganme qué quieren. Solo tengo por ahora una barrita de comida y un balón de baloncesto y un puppet chiquito. Vamos a darle a Arbolito el regalo que quiere Arbolito. Venga, Arbolito. Qué susto. What? Eso no da miedo. Muñeco... Pero si el muñeco apareció hace 30 años. ¿Chacho? Ah, con razón. A ver, vamos a conseguir un papel chiquito. A ver, Arbolito. A ver. imagínate que tu amigo Guille pues tiene un problema un poquito grande. Ese muñeco que parece que llora tinta. No llora tinta. A eso se le llama Ink Sans. Aquí tienes, compañero. Aquí tienes, querido arbolito, tu regalo de cumpleaños. ¡Oh! Lo he dejado de pie. Bueno, ahí tienes tu regalo. Espero que puedas disfrutarlo de nada. A ver, me salgo de aquí ahora. ¡Ostras, que me he salido de todo! ¿Que me he salido? No. 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 Ahora me voy a comer arroz. Oh, que no ha pasado nada. La comida se come. Para el que no lo sepa. Bueno, vamos a jugar la segunda noche. Estamos activos, papi. Bueno, 2 espectadores. 3. Va a cambiar por esto.
Hello? Yeah, I told you your first night wouldn't be a problem. It's very natural. By now I'm sure you've noticed the older models sitting in the back room. Those are from the previous location, and we just use them for parts now. The idea at first was to repair them. They even started retrofitting them with some of the newer technology, but they were just so ugly, you know? And the smell. So the company decided to just go in a whole new direction and make them super kid-friendly. Those older ones shouldn't be able to walk around, but if they do, the whole Freddy head trick should work on them too, so whatever. I love those old characters. Did you ever see Foxy the Pirate? Oh wait, Foxy. Oh yeah, Foxy. Hey listen, that one was always a bit twitchy. I'm not sure if the Freddy head trick will work on Foxy. If for some reason he activates during the night, and you see him standing at the far end of the hall, just flash your light at him from time to time. Those older models would always get disoriented with bright light. It would cause a system restart or something. Come to think of it, you might want to try that on any room where something undesirable might be. It might hold it in place for a few seconds. That glitch might have carried over to the newer models too. One more thing, don't forget the music box. I'll be honest, I never liked that puppet thing. It's always thinking, and it can go anywhere. I don't think the Freddy mask will fool it, so just don't forget the music box. Anyway, I'm sure it won't be a problem. Have a good night, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.
Hi. Hello.
Me pregunto, los padres de Balungoy, ¿qué creerán? Nos toca para algún regalo de and spicy. Buena, gracias compañero Brock Rack Master. El chips tortilla style tortilla chips. Ok. Está bien eso, ¿eh? ¿Alguien la quiere? ¿Alguien quiere estas papas? Dígame si alguien las quiere, sí. Porque son como sabor de tortilla que pican un poco, ¿no? O sea, son papas que saben como tortilla. Como... No, pero si esto está bien, porque me lo como y no me muero. Cuando lleguemos a 0 espectadores, pues apago directo. Y si eso, pues... He conseguido irme por más de 4 días. Estoy muy bien. ¿Por más de 4 días? ¿Qué? ¿Irme más de 4? ¿What? ¿What? Que te has ido del cole, quieres decir. Bueno, pues lo siento yo, pero te tengo que denunciar. A ver, chicos, vamos a hacer la entrega de comida. A ver, chicos, ¿quién quiere papas? Unas papitas deliciosas. Ah, porque estabas mala, es cierto. Me lo dijiste al principio de directo, que hoy es 1 de mayo. Ah, sí, es cierto, me tengo que comprar algo. Y me fui el 25 de abril. Ok. Bueno, acabo de llegar a 4 espectadores y he vuelto a llegar a 2 espectadores. Bueno, mira, por algo hay que empezar. Y pues si algún día de estos pues me convierto en un buen youtuber, quiero deciros que nunca voy a dejar de leer, o sea, a vosotros el chat. Voy a intentar responder todas las cosas que haya. Y no se me va a subir nunca la fama si llego a ser un gran youtuber. ¿Vale? Que lo recordéis. O si no, si cualquier día hago eso o hago un servidor de Discord,
Hello. See, I told you you wouldn't have any problems. Did Foxy ever repair the hallway? Probably not. I was just curious. Like I said, he was always my favorite. They tried to remake Foxy, you know. They thought the first one was too scary, so they redesigned him to be more kid-friendly instead of this Kids Cove. To keep the toddlers entertained, you know. But kids these days just can't keep their hands to themselves. The staff literally had to put Foxy back together at the end of every shift. Eventually they just stopped trying and left him as some kind of take apart, put back together attraction. Now he's just a mess of parts. I think the employees refer to them as just the mangle. Oh, hey, before I go, I wanted to ease your mind about any rumors you might have heard lately. You know how these local stories come and go and seldom mean anything. I can personally assure you that whatever is going on out there, however tragic it may be, has nothing to do with our establishment. It's just all rumor and speculation, people trying to make a buck, you know. Our guard during the day has reported nothing unusual, and he's on watch from opening till close. Okay, well anyway, hang in there and I'll talk with you tomorrow.
Bueno, a ver, ya he dejado la gente.
Hello?
Ostras, qué guay, pensaba que me iba a atacar el tufón y mira. Hombre, es Saras, lo que quieres intentar de que... A ver, tenemos que tener mucho cuidado aquí porque se me está poniendo la cosa complicada, ¿eh? ¡Qué suerte! ¡Qué suerte acabo de tener! La suerte que acabo de tener, porque he visto...
We went to great lengths to create an authentic VR experience, including using scanned photographs for reference and using original performance routines where applicable.
Demon. 20 likes y subo Friday Night Funkin', una broma. Tampoco soy una persona así que pide todo el día. A ver. Tengo cuarta noche, pero ahora pues no me apetece. Terrores nocturnos. A ver, Sara, es que te repito otra vez que no puedes hacer spam de canciones ni de vídeos. Si quieres lo haces en tu servidor de Discord o en tu canal, pero a ver, spam no se permite. O sea, yo doy ciertas oportunidades. Si se incumple, mira, yo doy hasta la quinta o tercera, depende de cómo de cabreo esté. Ay, no, sí, a ver, si por ahora estás perdonada, pero a la siguiente o dentro de otras dos, quito moderador, o sea. Es que spam es como ir a un restaurante de pizza diciendo que se vayan regalando hamburguesas, o sea, a un restaurante en el que solo piden pizza, en donde solo hay pizzas, y decir que se vayan a una hamburguesería, o sea, a ver. Y van a ser, le van a echar porque yo no estoy en un sitio para, a ver, a menos que haga una promoción, pero yo pues no hago promociones y hasta que no sé cuándo.
Oh, hello. Hey there, nice form. I told you to get the hang of it. Okay, so just to update you, there's been somewhat of an investigation going on. We may have had to close for a few days. I want to emphasize, though, that it's really just a precaution. Fazbear Entertainment denies any wrongdoing. These things happen sometimes. It'll all get sorted out in a few days. Just keep an eye on things, and I'll keep you posted. Just as a side note, though, try to avoid eye contact with any of the animatronics tonight if you can. Someone may have tampered with their facial recognition systems. We're not sure. But the characters have been acting very unusual, almost aggressive towards the staff. They interact with the kids just fine, but when they encounter an adult, they just stare. Anyway, hang tight, it'll all pass. Good night.
Oh, thank you. I have to do it again. I have to again.
Oh, hello. Hey there, Night 4. I told you to get the hang of it. Okay, so just to update you, there's been somewhat of an investigation going on. We may end up having to close for a few days. I don't know. I want to emphasize, though, that it's really just a precaution. Fazbear Entertainment denies any wrongdoing. These things happen sometimes. It'll all get sorted out in a few days. Just keep an eye on things, and I'll keep you posted. Just as a side note, though, try to avoid eye contact with any of the animatronics side if you can. Someone may have tampered with their facial recognition systems. We're not sure. But the characters have been acting very unusual, almost aggressive toward the staff. They interact with the kids just fine, but when they encounter an adult, they just stare. Anyway, hang tight, it'll all pass. Good night.
Se ha matado, le ha dado una convulsión. Bueno, llevaba 4 partidas sin perder, así que bueno. Por perder una, pues no me pasa nada. A ver. No me funen, please, lo suplico que es. A ver, un momento, gente. Primera noche del 3 a las oscuras. Piezas y mantenimiento. ¿Probamos este, gente? Se vio que... No, ya, pero es que el problema es que tengo aquí a mi gato. Y a más personas en esta sala y me pongo nervioso así, en plan. A ver. ¿Qué ha pasado? ¿Se me ha cambiado solo? Gato. Bueno, genial. Gato. Tengo un gato que es un destrozador, por cierto. Y el gato, pues, lo único que quiere es destruir todo lo que ve a su paso o dormir con personas. A ver, dígame, ¿qué hacemos? Hacemos piezas y mantenimiento, ventilación, terrores no, eso no, a ver, Fight the Enterprise 1, bueno, el 2, el 3 o piezas y mantenimiento. Voten ustedes. Bueno, somos 3. We are 3. Sí. Bueno, este idioma yo no me lo sé. Hello. ¿Pero qué idioma es este? O sea, no me estoy metiendo con nada, con ningún idioma. El 3, venga, a ver. Pero es que, a ver, ¿qué idioma es este? O sea, a ver. ¿Qué idioma es este? No me deja hacer nada con esto, así que pues tenemos un problema. A ver, empezamos el 3. Es idioma ruso. Vodka. Beaho, beaho.
Hey, glad you came back for another night. I promise it'll be a lot more interesting this time. We found some great new relics over the weekend, and we're out tracking down a new lead right now. So let me just update you real quick, then you can get to work. Like, the attraction opens in like a week, so we have to make sure everything works and nothing catches on fire. When the place opens, people will come in at the opposite end of the building and work their way toward you, then past you and out the exit. Yeah, you've officially become part of the attraction. You'll be starring as a security guard. So not only will you be monitoring the people on the camera as they pass through, you know, to make sure no one steals anything or makes out in the corner, but you'll also be a part of the show. It'll make it feel really authentic, I think. Now let me tell you about what's new. We found another set of drawings, always nice, and a foxy head, which we think could be authentic. Then again, it might just be another crappy cosplay. And we found a desk fan, very old school, metal though. So watch the fingers. Right now the place is basically just, you know, flashing lights and spooky props.
Hello?
I honestly thought we'd have more by now. If we don't have something really cool by next week, then we may have to suit you up in a furry suit and make you walk around saying, boo. But, you know, like I said, we're trying to track down a good lead right now. Some guy who helped design one of the buildings says it was like an extra room that got boarded up or something like that. So we're going to take a peek and see what we can find. For now, just get comfortable with the new setup. You can check the security cameras over to your right with the click of that blue button. You can toggle between the hall cams and the vent cams. Then over to your far left, you can flip up your maintenance panel. You know, use this to reboot any systems that may go offline. In trying to make the place feel vintage, we may have overdone it a bit. Some of this equipment is barely functional. Yeah, I wasn't joking about the fire. That's a real risk. The most important thing you want to watch for is the ventilation. Look, this place will give you the spooks, man. And if you let that ventilation go offline, then you'll start seeing some crazy stuff, man. Keep keep that air flowing. Okay, keep an eye on things, and we'll try to have something new for you tomorrow night.
Yo pues estoy haciendo esto todo el rato. Hi Paul Waters. ¿Cómo estás? How are you? A ver. I don't know. No sé ni qué tengo que hacer.
Hello?
Mic volume up. I don't know what's that. Bueno chicos, pues creo que voy a dejar por aquí el directo. Y a lo mejor pues luego incluso hago otro, yo que sé, de Minecraft o de todo eso, yo que sé, otro Five Nights at Freddy's o mismo Undertale. Bueno, eso. Pásenla todos genial. Podéis escribirme en los comentarios. Bueno, pues nos vemos en otro directo. Espero que esté genial. Un beso y... ¡Adiós! Bueno, no sé quitar ahora esto, ¿eh? Bueno, a ver. Un momento, a ver. Nos vemos luego. Adiós.